You have one anything negate, one spell trap negate, two monster negates, and then one like mistake in the Colossus. Hey, what's up guys, it's Stella from Ather Gaming, and I'm back with you guys for another deck profile. But before we get into that, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, as always, Carta Magica. Be sure to check them out in the description down below. While you're down there, be sure to check out all of our links down below, which includes our patrons, shout out to all of those guys, and which also includes our Discord and Facebook. So yeah, guys, be sure to check out all those stuff in the description below. But without further ado, guys, let's get into this new Dinosaur Orcust Thunder Dragon deck profile. Okay, so starting off with the starter cards, you play the triple Oviraptor and the one Armageddon Knight. These guys are really good, get you immediate access to your Conductor. Yeah, and Armageddon is good because he can also dump your Orcust cards and also dump your Thunder Dragon cards. So yeah. Then continuing off with the dinosaurs, level 4 dinos, we got the triple Miscellaneous and the one Giant Rex. So the 3 Miscellaneous was actually really good in this deck because it makes it so Oviraptor right here is a 1-card Orcust combo, because Miscellaneous will summon out your Alo from your deck and you have full combo. And then your Giant Rex, it doesn't really come up too often, but when it does come up, it really saves like brick hands, because in this deck you're not focusing on Giant Rex too much, but sometimes like you're just gonna have to stick to Dino combo and like dump the Rex off your Oviraptor and just like drop Conductor and then make a rank 4 and all that. So yeah, I would still definitely play it though. Then off to the big dinos we're playing the 2 Conductor and the 2 Overtex. Standard. You don't want to open any of them, but at the same time you don't not want to have them in your deck. Actually no, Conductor is fine to open, but the good thing about playing Conductor at 2 and not 1 is that in the grind game you can always have another copy available, and if for whatever reason you have to make Conductor turn 1 and it gets outed, then you still have play for next turn to try to kill your opponent. Overtex is Overtex. Yeah, you can summon it out by recycling your dinos, and you can also search your pill off the Oviraptor using it. So yeah. Then the last down you play the one Drac Alo. This is the only brick in the deck. So but it's honestly like if you draw it, then you can still most likely combo and still pull off the entire play, which we will show you later on. Now off into the Thunder Dragon cards that we're playing. We're playing the 3 Roar. This is the best one. This is the only one that you actually want to open. And then you also play the 2 Dark and the 1 Hawk. So this is the lineup that I went with this time. So Hawk, you don't want to open it, and you like Hawk's the worst one, then Dark, then Roar. The only reason, and honestly, if I could get away with playing 1 Dark, I would. But if you only play 1 Dark, then that means that if you draw your 1 Dark, you have nothing to special out with Roar. And I mean, you can special Hawk out, but specialing Hawk out with Roar really does nothing. So yeah, Roar's the one you want to open. Dark's like okay to open. Hawk's the worst one, but if you open it, it's still fine. You can still do the full combo. So yeah, that's why you play those. Another cool thing is that you can banish these guys off your pill, which you search out with your Oviraptor. Yeah, which is really nice. Then off into the Orcust cards that we are playing. We are playing the 2 Orcust Nightmare, the 1 Harpor, and the 1 Symbol. So you go through 3 of them in the combo. The only one that you don't go through is sometimes you won't go through the second Nightmare, depending if you draw it or not. But yeah, so the reason why you play 2 Nightmares is because if you only play 1 and you draw it, you lose. You basically lose out on an entire engine, which can result you in multiple negates, right? Which is that's too good to pass up. So you play the 2 Nightmare because, you know, like I said, you if you only play 1 Nightmare and you draw it, you lose. You play a Harpor. Harpor specials from deck, which is it's always specialing out your Symbol, and then your Symbol can revive from grave, which just enables a lot of recovery plays and whatnot. So then you're gonna be on to your 2 Phantom Knight cards that you play. You play the 1 Ancient Cloak and the 1 Silent Boots. You could play 2 Boots if you want. Personally, I don't like it though because you don't really want to open either of these cards. But if you open it, you still have the combo. Yes, but you would still prefer not to open the cards. So yeah, so that's why I didn't play the 2 Boots, because once again, you can just brick on it, and you don't want to brick in this deck, of course, just like every other deck. But in this deck, if you brick, usually it's like a really hard brick. And yeah, you already play like I try to play as little cards as possible that can result in, you know, like no combo, or can result in like a really serious brick. Which, and I think that so far this list is the closest I've come to that. It's really, really good, really, really consistent. So if I were you guys, I suggest playing these two. If you guys really want to, you could up this to 2 though. But yeah. So yeah, so that's for the monsters. I'm playing a 41 card deck. I don't know the ratio of monsters to spells, but yeah, that's all the monsters and on to the spells. We play the triple fossil leg. This is, once again, this is a 1 card combo, just like your Overraptor right here is also a 1 card combo.
Is it because this card grab bongs Overraptor?
So guys, this card is a 1 card combo. Yeah, so it's fossil leg as well. Like if you're playing any downer deck, you play 3 fossil leg. You play the triple Call by the Grave as well. So not many downer decks actually play Call by the Grave, but in this deck, like once again, guys, sorry, not once again, but just as like a side note, if you guys have dangers, you could play them. Personally, the reason why I didn't play dangers is because I feel like dangers lose really hard to like the side deck, like Droll and like certain floodgates. Dangers just lose to, like Vanity's Fiend and whatnot. Like those cards really kill Droll, not Droll. Those cards kill dangers, and so that's why I opted for Call by the Graves instead. But once again, guys, if you guys have dangers, you guys could play them, and I think that your deck would actually still be really good. So yeah, I just opted not to play them. And then for your last 3 of spell that you play is the triple Allure. So yeah, so like I said, I'm not playing the dangers, so Allure, you know, it's like my best way to draw cards. And guys, even though like I'm not playing as heavy as a Thunder Dragon lineup as I have in past videos, Allure Roar is still a really good like thing to see in your hand, and it's still really nice. So yeah, those are those 9 spells. And then off the 2 of, play the 2 pill. You don't play 3 because once again, you're not playing as heavy of like you're not playing a deck that revolves around this card specifically. This deck revolves mainly around the Orcust cards and resolving that combo. But hard drawing pill sometimes is nice. But yeah, the only time that you want a hard draw pill is if your Overraptor gets ashed or your Overtext gets ashed. Then it kind of sucks. But yeah, overall pill, it's a really good card. Sometimes you want to open it, sometimes you don't. That's why you play 2. But you never want to open it multiples. Once again, another reason why I play 2. And the reason why I don't play 1 is because a second one sometimes comes up. And then after the 1 of spells that you play the 1 Orchestrated Babble and the 1 Foolish Burial. So these cards, I mean, the Foolish Burial is a god card. Like I don't know how, like this card's been limited for how long. And Orchestrated Babble, you play it because it can, like, it lets you activate Orcust effects during your opponent's turn, meaning like during your opponent's turn you can actually get a negate for your following turn, or you could also use it to actually pop cards during your opponent's turn and actually result in like almost like a Salmagrate Rage-esque effect and like popping 2 cards during your opponent's turn, which is pretty nice. Then off the traps that you play the double Fogblade and the 1 Orcust Crescendo or Climax will do you. So the reason why you play these, so all these cards are searchable. You don't want to, I mean, opening Crescendo isn't that bad, but you don't want to open them like mainly because you can get them searched up in the combo. So yeah, with Fogblade, it's actually pretty good in this deck. Like Fogblade's really good in the deck because whatever you Fogblade, you can just book with Conductor, and then after that, Fogblade won't be like equipped to anymore. So then you can just attack everything, and you can just out every single monster as if like the Fogblade's restriction wasn't even there. Crescendo, it's your Salmagrate Roar of the deck. I mentioned earlier that this card enables you to go like with a Salmagrate Rage Leg effect, but this is like a second branch of the combo where you go like a Salmagrate Roar and you end on another negate. So yeah, that's it for the main decks. That's, once again, guys, it's 41 cards. You guys could make changes, like the changes that I said in the video. Like, you know, you could maybe up the Thunder Dragon count, you could play the Dangers, whatnot. Yeah, but off to the extra deck. So starting off the Link 1, play 1 Nightmare Mermaid, standard. It's what enables your combos. Then off to the Link 2s, you play your 1 Phoenix or 1 Cerberus. Standard, like if you find room in the deck, if I were you, I would actually up the Phoenix to 2. Because, or like maybe the Cerberus to 2, because you're gonna go through one of them in your initial combo, and you might want to have that second one in the grind game. But yeah. Then continuing off with the Link 2s, you play the 2 Galatea. So you most of the time go through 1 Galatea, but it depends on what combo route you go. Once again, guys, like I said, there's a route where you pop 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field, then there's a route where you enter a negate. if you go through the route where you want to pop 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field, you're gonna go through both Galateas. But if you're going for the route where you just want to set up a negate, you go through 1 Galatea. It's still nice to have the second Galatea, of course, even if you only go through the 1, because you can still set like a negate and like yeah. So it's just a really good card to have. And another really underrated thing about this card is that while it's linked, meaning while it's in a zone a link monster points to, or while it's pointing to another monster, it can be destroyed battle, which it's not too big, but it comes up. So that's for the link 2s. Off the link 3s, 1 Nightmare Unicorn. It has a down pointer, and it's the best Nightmare monster, and it also synergizes really well with the deck. And then the best link 3 in the game, you play the 1 Rusty. You play the PKs, so Rusty gets you immediate access to 2 more negates, which is really nice. So yeah, that's why you play that. And then off the link 4s, you play the 2 Borlos, Borload, Borlo Sword. No Borlo Guard, but yeah, so Borlo is really good. Like you can steal your opponent's cards, and then Borlo Sword just helps OTK. Once again, I do not need to go in depth with these cards, but a side thing is that a lot of the Orcust cards right here, or not a lot of them, every single Orcust card, all of them have a graveyard effect, which is usually really powerful. But if the turn that you use that graveyard effect for the rest of that turn, you can't special summon monsters except dark monsters, right? And so that means that, like if you use their graveyard effects, you're locked in darks. A cool thing about that is that these 2 are darks. Your Nightmare Unicorn is also a dark, meaning if you resolve your Orcust cards first, just to get out all the board presence and get out all the monsters, you can actually link into the Borlo Sword, the Borload, or the Nightmare Unicorn later on, which is really nice for going second purposes. Off to the Xyz monsters you play the 2 rank 4s, 1 Dweller and 1 Lagia. So Dweller is the best generic rank 4 this format, and Lagia is the best non-generic rank 4 this, like, just always. It's always going to be the best non-generic rank 4. That's legal. So, yeah, so Lagia, really good. It's literally Solemn Judgment. Then Dweller, against certain decks, to just force them to pass. So, yeah, don't have to go into those much. And then for the last Xyz monster you play, it's rank 8. You play the 1 Dingirsu. So I mentioned earlier that you can end on 2 pops. This is how you do it. By you would use your symbol's effect on your opponent's turn to special this out to your Rusty's pointer like this. And then you would end up going Rusty, Chainlink 1, Dingirsu, Chainlink 2, or Dingirsu 1, Rusty 2, however you want to order it. And then you end up popping 2 cards. So yeah, really good. Another cool thing about his effect is that he actually doesn't target. He sends 1 card on the board to the graveyard. So he literally just like he heals Colossus, which is really it's really good. Speaking of Colossus, off the fusions, you play the 2 Colossus. You don't play 3, and honestly, guys, if you guys are playing on more of a budget, you could actually get away with playing 1 because you only go through 1 in the combo. But it's nice to have 2 in case you're playing against a deck that lose harder Colossus. Like you could still put up like double Colossus Conductor, which I think is really nice. Then the last card you play in the extra deck, you play 1 Synchro, you play the 1 Chanbara, you play the Alo. So yeah. Yeah, so that's play Chanbara. You go second, and you can make like Chanbara is basically like, it's basically like a nerf version of Borlo Sword. Like it's like it's really good card, and there are some instances where you could go like Chanbara, Borlo Sword, and then this is literally like 1,000,000 damage on board right there. So yeah, but yeah, you play Chanbara. It's really good. It and Conductor are OTK 8100 on board. But yeah, really good. That's why you play that, and that's it for the main and extra deck, guys. So let's just get into a really quick combo. Alright, so this combo is going to be your main bread and butter of the deck. 2-card combo, guys. Overraptor plus Thunder Dragon Roar ends you on an insane board, which you guys will see, so make sure that you watch the whole combo. So you're going to start off by going normal summon your Overraptor. Let's move this down. You're going to start off by normal summoning your Overraptor, and you're going to activate its effect, which will dump your Overtext to your graveyard. Okay, cool. So Overtext is going to get dumped. And now you're going to activate your Overtext effect to add your pill to your hand. So now you have a pill in your hand. Cool. You're going to activate your pill to banish your Roar and your Overtext to special out your you're going to special out your Overtext. So you have a negate right there. You're going to activate effect your Thunder Dragon Roar to special out your Thunder Dragon Dark from your deck. This is why you play 2 Dark, because if you draw it, then you can't do this. You're going to link these 2 off into any of your Link 2 Nightmares, whatever you think is better for that matchup, but just in case you're going to make a Cerberus so you don't lose Sound Migrate, so you're going to do this, and then you're going to activate effect of your Dark to add your Hawk. So Hawk's in your hand now, cool. Now you're going to link off your Cerberus, into your mermaid. Right up here, cool. And you're gonna activate Mermaid's effect to dump any random card. So technically it's like a 2.5 card combo because you need your Rapid Roar plus any random card, but it's whatever. So yeah, so you're gonna ditch your random card in hand to special out your Orcust Nightmare. Cool. Now you're gonna link off your Orcust Nightmare and your Mermaid into your Galatea. Alright, nice. So now you're gonna go affect your Orcust Nightmare to banish itself, to dump your Harp Horror, and then you're gonna banish your Harp Horror to special out your symbol. Cool. You're gonna activate your Galatea's effect right here. You're gonna shuffle back the Harp Horror, and you are gonna set your Orcust Crescendo. So you have this right here. Cool. And now you're gonna link off these two into your Rusty. Alright, nice. And you're gonna activate your Rusty's effect to dump your boots to get your Fogblade. Now you're gonna use your boots' effect engraved to banish it to add your second Fogblade. So now you have 2 Fogblades and a Crescendo. So this is already 4 negates, including this. But you can go even further beyond. So you're gonna discard your Hawk, and you're gonna special your Roar that's banished because it's a dark, meaning you can still summon it even after you've used your Orcust cards. Now you're gonna tribute your Roar to special out your Colossus from your extra deck. So, guys, you ended on this board with just those 2 cards, which is, count it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different interruptions, and you still have 2 cards in your hand. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and you're actually gonna use your Symbol's effect. My bad, because right now your Crescendo's dead. So you're gonna use your Symbol's effect to banish itself, and you're gonna summon back your Galatea. My bad, guys. I forgot a step. But yeah, so now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negates, and Galatea, he can't die by battle, and yeah, so you have 1 anything negate, 1 spell trap negate, 2 monster negates, and then 1 like mistake in the Colossus. So yeah, that's the combo, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to once again check out every single link in the description. And this has been Talha from Ather Gaming, signing out.